Hello and welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 28th. Did you see the look then? Did you see it? The 28th of June 2021. This is episode number 68 and everywhere that you can find me is down in the description box, and everything that I mentioned today is also down there as well. And a big welcome to everybody. Okay, as you all know, last week I took the week off. My gosh, you'll be surprised how much I got done. There is some bits that I haven't actually shown. I ain't going to show today. I've actually left till next week because I have been busy. I really have been busy. So, and it's been lovely. Oh, it really has been lovely. So, first of all, I would like to say that let's hang on. Oh, let's get comfortable so that don't keep getting that clicky noise on from my chair. When it comes to the weather here in the UK, we've had the odd nice day, but it's been just the rain. And in the photographs that I put at the beginning, we had, was it Saturday night or that was Friday night? I think it was. We had, wow, a storm. Or was it the evening? I can't remember. Anyway, we had a storm. The rain was so heavy. If you see on those photographs, it's actually the rain that's bouncing back up off the garages that are at the back. It was that hard. It was unbelievable. You couldn't hear the television. Glenn was at work, and then afterwards, it was the evening because it went like dark as if it was like, you know, like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and it weren't. And it went so dark when we had all the thunder and everything. Then all of a sudden, boom, blue skies, beautiful sunshine, not a cloud going, and the most gorgeous rainbow. Now, I got a couple of photographs of rainbow, and then Glenn, because he was down at work, he actually got one as well. So I'm going to pop that in. I'll pop that in at the front. And we did have the most beautiful rainbow. I love rainbows. It's just nature with colour, isn't it? It's beautiful. And yeah, so it was a bit eventful. And then, so I can't remember if that was Thursday or Friday. I can't remember anyway. And then the next following day, we had more thunder. It was just unbelievable. But the rain has been so heavy. I haven't put a photograph in this week of the pumpkins. We have actually had to separate because we had all the because they're in pots, we had the pots quite close together, and we've had to move them because the tendrils have started coming out. And then Glenn said he's going to face them when the tendrils get longer, so face them so they all go down the path, not across the path. But they are enormous, so I thought I'd leave it again a couple of weeks, and so next week there'll be some photographs of the pumpkins. But my goodness me, they seem to be the only thing that I know that exists at the moment that actually is enjoying the rain. Oh my goodness me. So yes, that's a bit of an update of the weather and the garden situation. So at the front there is not any garden photographs this week, I'm afraid, is because basically the rain has just damaged everything. It really has at the moment. We need a bit of sunshine. Hopefully we'll get a bit of sunshine, so that'll bring everything back to life again. So that's why you've got more craftiness at the front. Okay then, right. So as I've said, it has been a week of craft. Wow, that's all I can say. It has been a right week of craft. Also, the beginning of last week, because my legs have got worse, I can't have my lap tray on my lap while I'm doing my my crafting. So I looked on eBay and I got this plastic. It's brilliant. This plastic, it folds away, and so it tucks underneath my armchair, and it pulls out and it tucks down. And you know, you could pick colours and stuff like that, so I went for the greeny colour. And so yeah, I'm going to pop a photograph of it here that Glenn took of me last night when I was doing some knitting, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So when I'm actually going to be doing my cross stitch and a further project, which I'll tell you about later on, it's going to be so helpful, and it's brilliant for the knitting. And also there's a slot where you can put your tablet or your phone or something, so it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'm really, really happy with that. Also within the week, unfortunately, I had to hand my notice in at my job. Yeah, it's, you know, I've been there a few years. I'm trying to think, it was 13 or 14 years, and you know, I loved it because it's the interest, isn't it? You know, it's not very many of us have actually you know, can have a job which is our hobby at the same time, and I did appreciate that. But unfortunately the stairs and that, and being on my feet for 6 hours was just too much. And you know, Glenn and I was talking, and we made the decision to pull away. So you know, I spoke to my boss the week before, I think it was, or a couple of weeks before that, and you know, obviously, you know, it's all been official anyway, so we'll leave it at that. And so yes, I am at home now, as Glenn said, retired. And so there's more time for crafting. So yeah, you know, these things happen, that's what you gotta say. But you know, life goes on, and you've got to keep cheerful. That's all I can say. You know, if we didn't laugh, we'd cry. So, but I am going to miss my Debbie. But I am going to keep in touch with her. We have said, and we you know, obviously we're going to do some meetups when we can and stuff. Okay then, right, righty ho, let's hop into the good stuff, shall we? So as I say, I can keep this pretty you know, shortish. I ain't going to be able to show everything that I've done this week, unfortunately. But what I am going to show is we have got some knitting, we have got some crochet. Now the crochet involves a whip and a fully finish. We have got some patchwork, and my gosh, have I got some blocks. Yeah, right. And also I am going to be entering and a new SAL, a new sew along. Starts on the 1st of July, so I'll be giving you all information about that, and I can't wait. And also I am going to be showing you and talking about my pattern release, so that is going to be at the end, which is obviously which I said a couple of weeks ago, is going to be on the 1st of July. I'm nervous as anything, but excited at the same time. It's so the mixed feelings are just unbelievable. I'll be happy when it gets here, so I've got it done, and it's in my Etsy shop. That's all I'm going to say. But at the moment, I'm just going to be putting it in the Etsy shop. But I'll explain all that in a bit later on. We'll say when we get to that section. Okay then, right. So let's start with the knitting, shall we? Wrong bag. Good start. Okay, so you know, my knitting is my Witmore cardigan, and as you all know, let's get this, I am doing it in a yarn that I came across at Home Bargain, and it's a double knitting yarn, and it's 99p a ball, and it's 100% acrylic, and it's actually called dark grey. I'd say that's more of a blue grey myself in real life, but they're putting it as dark grey. And the actual, oh, that's the dye. Oh, that's okay, that's fine. So you don't need to know that. It's actually, the company is called Crafty Things, and it actually has, for 100 grams, 330 meters, which I thought was pretty good. So I brought 5 balls. So my plan is obviously to get this Witmore cardigan for less than a £5, basically. So it'll be £4.95. I'm on track. I have finished all the lace work. Hang on. It would be helpful if I actually tell you who the pattern's from. My gosh, I've only had a week off. Right, it's the Witmore cardigan. Now, you all have probably heard about this, because there is obviously the Witmore sweater, which I must admit I would like to get. I am thinking of getting that, because I did go down, as you all know, a couple of weeks ago. I showed it and got 2 more lots of 5 balls of 2 different colours. So I might actually do it, but I'll do it like my friend Jeanette from Crafty Clay Creations, because she did a short sleeve. And I tell you, I've just, you know, when you get it in your head, you know, and you think, oh, I just love that. And I think that in that blue, or even the camel that I brought, it will just go so nice. So I'm loving this pattern. I will say that Amy, just hold your hand through it right from the start to finish. It is obviously, sizing is absolutely amazing. And what else can I say? There is a written instructions as well as charts when it comes to the lace work. And as I've said before, being left-handed, I go from left to right, where charts normally go from right to left. So when it comes to knitting, I do go follow the written instructions. Another good thing that I have found, which I won't show you because obviously this is a paid for pattern, is Amy is actually given, which is absolutely brilliant. And if this length works out fine for me, this will be what I'll use from now on with anything. When it comes to, I've split for the sleeves and now it's the plain work, and then you have a little bit of a decrease here on this part, and then you have your rib. And she's actually saying, normally you get in a pattern, don't you? Knit down to 21 inches or knit down to blah blah. She's giving you the amount of rows to knit. I just think that's amazing. So especially when you're doing something that say is in bits, and you could, obviously, you pull things longer, some days more than what you would another, you know what I mean, when you're doing your measuring. It's just a fact. But if this works, this amount of rows, I will just knit these rows. So what I have done, because obviously, as I said, I can't show you that bit, and I'll cover that up so you don't know how many rows. So what I've done is I've started writing out the row. I've written out the rows, and she's also told you when to put in the buttonholes. That is how precise this pattern is, I will say. So where my yellow marks are is basically where I've got to remember to put in where I've highlighted, I've got to remember to put in my buttonholes. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So say if the length of this after I've done those rows work out right, I'll be using this all the time. So let's get this. I have just this minute started, this was yesterday morning when I was doing some plain, started my second ball. So I got the whole of this to here and a bit in the first ball. So I will say this yarn is knitting up really well, and it's so soft. I just love this yarn, I really do. Let me take my spare out. So with her method, as I mentioned, I think it was last week, no it wasn't, the week before, is you knit the band as you go. Now I've done this before, but normally you just use the same needle, but she's done it where you actually use a DPN and you knit it on a smaller size, as if you were actually picking it up. The only thing I have thought about but you know what I mean, I'm not fussed, and I'm the one that's got to wear it, in my opinion, is because I am left-handed and I do things the other way round, I have just followed her instructions. So I'm thinking that my buttonholes are probably going to be on the wrong side. But, you know what I mean, as I say, I'm the one that's got to wear it, I'm not bothered. So, right, let's get this. So that is the Witmore cardigan. That is the back. It's just come up so nice in this yarn. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So that's the back, obviously. So there's this week I've put stoppers on it, because the last time I showed you, I lost a couple of stitches and I nearly swore. Because I don't swear normally, but I nearly swore. So I put me little stoppers on. But yeah, that is it. And I am loving it. So from now on, basically it's plain. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably do some more plain, get away from the sleeves. I'll probably pick up the sleeves and put the sleeves in, and then carry on with the plainness of the cardigan. So I have actually got, as I say, I've just taken 2 rows out of this. That's all I've done. And so I've got the whole of this and another 3 balls. So yeah, I am really, really pleased with it. I really, really am. I just I just love it. I just love it. And I will say, you know, it's, oh, look at that. I just hope it fits me. I did get gauge, but it's hard to know because you're working on a 60cm cable. But yeah, so I am actually, I'll just let you know, I am using Knit Pro DPNs obviously for the rib down the front, and I'm using the Knit Pro circulars for the main body. Yeah, that's what I had in the sizes that was required, so that's what I use. But oh my gosh, I'm just loving it, absolutely loving it. So yeah, just now I can just pick it up and do, you know, quick knitting in front of the telly when it ain't too humid like it is at the moment. So okay then, right, so that's the knitting. I did have a new cast on yesterday, but as I said, I am saving all that kind of thing now for next week, so I've got plenty to show you. Okay then, right, let's hop into the crochet. I know this is going to be hard again. I know it is. Right then, as you know from last week, I was making, here she is, Ada. I have an eye in it. Anyway, I don't know. Making the sheep, and I had the head done. I don't know if I had the body. Can't remember. Anyway, it's out the Picapou 2 book, and here she is. Oh, I just love her with her little cape. Look at her little tail. There she is. So I am really enjoying making these. Now, this is where I've got to try and, yeah. But don't worry, this will be the last time because everything else is being made in Stylecraft Special, and I can say that. Right, okay. So the body of her, my little sheep, I happen to have 250-gram balls of the sheep. That yarn. Stonewash. In the colour, oh my gosh, and I did that as well, Axinite, okay, Axinite. Okay, and it was lovely to work with, I will say. I did enjoy it, but I do like my Stylecraft Special when I do my amigurumi. I do, and I'll show you why in a moment. And the cape was obviously Stylecraft Special, and I did the cape in, because it does say in the book to do the clothes on a 4mm hook, and this, the whole body and everything was done in a 3mm. So it's, let's see if I can just take that off like that. So when you see her, she's all in basically one piece. You started from here and you went down, and then you picked up and added on the legs and did the little body. And oh, I tell you what, it was so much fun to make. I really did enjoy it. Glenn said to me, he went, so what are you going to do with all these? I went, I don't know. I said, I just love making them. You will notice a difference, but this is just my preference, that actually on the pattern, that is a ruffle. I did do it and I didn't like it, so I unpicked it and I did my own thing. I just liked her with a little, no, she's not straight, there you go. I did her with a little collar. I just like the collar look myself. Keep her nice and warm in the winter up here. But yes, so that's my little sheep. So when she was finished, and she's been sitting down in my trolley, and as I said, I already had, let's find this, here he is. I already had everything all kitted up, ready to go to make my second one. I'm just so excited about this one. I know I love my sheep because I love sheep, but I don't know, this one has just got character, it really has. So I cast on James the duck. Now I did this in an evening. I've got that in my lovely bag that my friend made me for my 50th. Right, let's get him out. And this is what I'd done in an evening. Look at him. So there's his, obviously his beak, and his the eyes. As soon as you put the eyes on these amigurumis, that just gives it character. It's just unbelievable. So obviously that's his little, that's his collar. That's his little like shirt type body. Now is going to be the his tummy area, and then it goes into his legs. If I show you like that, as I say, these are all Stylecraft special, and I just went into Stash and picked out colours that I had similar as to the picture basically. Now I know that that's the petrol, I think everybody, and this is it something rose, is it a vintage rose? And I know these, definitely this one, I don't know about, I think this one were a couple of the new ones that was left over from Lucy's meadow blanket that I did. And I've got my cream, and then my hat is going to be with the cream, and I'm going to edge it with the plum colour. So yes, I am absolutely loving this. Fingers crossed I might have him finished by next week, and then I've got to pick another one. Glenn still, he likes the lobster still, but I don't know. He is cool, he is cool. But yeah, that is the start of my duck. So you never know, fingers crossed I might have a duck next week. You never know. So as I said, that is out of the Picapou 2. I just love these books, absolutely love them. There's so much in them, actually so much in them. Okay then, so that is the crochet, so that's the finish and my work in progress. Now, oh, it's not there anymore, I moved my bin, well, my bucket. Now, as you all know, I wanted to get some patchwork blocks done from the Farm Girl Vintage. I am still working out of this book, and I've still got, you know, the second book to do, and obviously the Christmas book to start on. And I had my heart set on the barn, the farmhouse, where are you? Oh, there you are. And the strawberry. And also there was one called, now where are you again? This one, but I can't remember what it's called. I should know, I made enough of them. It's another filler, basically. Let's have a look. See, just so I can find you the name, really, because I can't show you, because the picture's inside. Here it is. It's called the haystack block. Now, which, as I say, is another filler. So what I did, let me get me big box up. So I got the farmhouse done, and I said to Glenn, look at our farmhouse. He went, yeah. But I'm so pleased with this. I am just, I just love the way this turned out. I loved sewing it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It really, really was a lot of fun. So I have the farmhouse. So in total, I have 13 blocks completed and another 2 cut out. So I'm ahead of myself now, which is what I had planned to do. So, and these are the fillers. So these are what would I call it? Something farm sack or something. Yeah. Hay sack. So yet again, they're all scrappy, just like the other fillers I did, and I did 3. So there's that one, that one, and that one. And as I say, these are just, you know, so it's not all pictures, these are just ones that I'm going to pop in. So I have done that. They have all, obviously, as you've seen, all cut and sewn, but I just love this one. And I've also got, which I will show you now, so let's put that there. Here on my mat, I have to watch. All this here is my barn. These here are my strawberry. So I am all cut out, because as you know, I normally try and do patchwork on Sundays, is my patchwork day, so at least I'm one ahead. So if I put one of these together and then cut another one, I'm just going to be ahead all the time. See if I can do that. But these Farm Girl Vintage books, which I haven't said actually, which you probably all know, from Laurie Holt, and her new book, the Kaleidoscope, yes, Kaleidoscope, which is a mixture of patchwork and a bit of cross stitch in it, has arrived at the Stitchery Dorset. Me and Teresa have already got our copy paid for. We're waiting on it being delivered. So as soon as that come, I will, fingers crossed, if it comes in the week, I'll be able to show you next week the overall of the book, because I am looking forward to getting that. Right then, so that's the patchwork. Now, this obviously is still patchwork and quilting related, but this is English paper piecing. So I've got this in my trug, I think that's what it's called, and I've got everything, as you see, all set up, ready to go. On the 1st of July, for the month of July, Molly and Mama, because I know she did this last year, because yet again Jeanette, I remember Jeanette doing this, is actually launching, say on the 1st of July. I don't know if there's a better picture. No, it's just your progress. No, because I did actually photocopy the whole of this off. Is the night before Christmas stocking. There we go. It's got the little mouse in there. Now, so I bought the pattern. I've signed up, because you get, every week you'll get, you know, a different section. Even though it's here all in the pattern, you will actually get a you know, a written thing and everything. So I went through and I got my the hexagons I needed, and I have pre-cut, because you know I can't wait, all my little squares, and I went through my Christmas stash, and I didn't realise how much I had, but there you go, hoodoo. So I've pre-cut them there for the hexagons, and I've pre-cut these strips for the back, because it's done for the back. The only thing, I think I have to have a look in my felt box. I don't know if I've actually got some wool felt, but we'll see if I have got any in that colour. But I don't know, call me, well, a lot of people call me weird and different, but there you go. I don't know about putting the pocket and covering up all them hexagons to pop in your little mouse. So what I'm thinking of doing is perhaps putting the pocket on the back, because the back is plain strips, you see. So I think I don't mind covering that up, but I don't know, I'm a bit dubious about covering up the hexagons, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just letting you know, this is Molly and Mama. Oh, her patterns are absolutely beautiful. I got this off of her Etsy shop, and obviously if anybody's interested in taking part, I know there is a few of us that we are messaging each other already. So there's Sue, hi. We are so excited, us two. Actually, it was her that's talked me into this. Oh dear me. So yes, I'm so excited. As you can see, I've got everything all sorted, all set up in here, all ready to go. And then I said to Glenn, I said, that's going to be superb with my little table tray that I've got now. And I can sit downstairs and, you know, do all my little hexagons. So because I've pre-cut them all, because basically you're going to have a week to, I think it's the first week is to cover them all and that lot. But, you know, let's face it, I know how to do English paper piecing, but it's just nice to take part and do it, having a lovely stocking at the end of it. So hey then, so anybody who wants to hop on board, it starts on Thursday the 1st of July, and I'll tell you what, I am actually so excited. I haven't done any English paper piecing for a while, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. Right then, okay, so this is, so what have you been up to? So this lovely lady Pam, she left a comment, I think, originally, saying about, you know, that she makes quilts and stuff. And I said, oh, can you please send over some photographs? Because I'd like to, you know, if with your permission, to add it to the, put them up on the podcast on Monday. And she went, oh, that'd be lovely. And I tell you what, they are gorgeous. Some of them have been just 3 photographs. And I think she said that the quilts, I know one of the quilts has definitely already been gifted, but my gosh, you're a clever lady. So what I'm going to do is, because there's 3 photographs, is I'm going to pop them up here. So I'll move out the way so you can see all 3. They will come up one after the other, And I will say, beautiful quilts, absolutely gorgeous. I just love patchwork and quilting because it's the history of it, and you know, they all tell a story. They all tell a story. So well done, Pam. And yeah, thank you ever so much for getting in contact with me. So what I would like to say is, like I've said before, if any of you have anything that you've made, or you know, that you would like me to show on the podcast, you do have a section. This is your bit, you know, is this, what have you been up to, you know, craft wise. So, you know, any crafting, you know, that we do here, you know, we do. I've shown dressmaking, I've shown cross stitch, obviously patchwork and quilting, you know, anything that we do here, you know, get in contact with me. Any craft, it would be a pleasure for me to put them in your section. Okay then, right, now we are heading for the end of the podcast, and I would like to say, as I've said at the beginning, this is on Thursday because it's obviously Christmas in July. I am going to be launching my very first my very first pattern, and it's a crochet pattern. So this pattern, as I've said before in previous podcasts, is this is what I used to teach. It was really weird. Any patchworker out there will actually recognize the patchwork version, and I just happened to be sat at work. This was years ago. Sat at work, we had a lull period, and I was sat at work behind the fabric counter. And it just dawns on me sometimes. It just hits me. I don't know why. It just, whoa, why do you do that? And I thought, give it a go. You know, surely it works. And I've got the bit of scrap paper and a pen, and I was doing all these diagrams and working all this out. And Debbie came out of her cupboard, because she has like a cupboard that we call her office. And she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to tell you now. I said, but if it works, I will definitely, you know, let you know. So anyway, I put my little bit of paper, because I didn't have any pockets. I tucked it in my bra and worked the rest of the day with it tucked in there. And I couldn't wait to get home to give it a go. And it worked. I did teach it with some close friends, which was actually out of work. I did teach it. And so they were like my testers in a way. So we all came up with, you know, how to do this and how to do that. And, you know, it's basically wording stuff, because as you probably could tell, I don't talk right English. It didn't come out right at all, did it? As my nan used to say, well, it was my nan that taught me. You know what I mean? It was her that said, you know, we don't talk proper, mate. It's what she used to say. Bless her old heart. And so, yeah, you know, it's just the way that I write, unfortunately, as I talk. So you can imagine, right? So luckily, one of the testers was actually an English teacher before she retired, and then she went into being a headmistress. So I turned around and I said, right, you'll be able to write in proper English. So if I give you my notes, and then if you could convert it over into everybody can understand. But everybody used to say that they used to, even in any of the classes that I used to make, that they used to visualise me standing over them, translating it in my way of talking. Even one of my bosses used to say I should have my own dictionary, you know. So, but there we go. I'm going off track now. So anyway, I am going to show you what this is. This crochet pattern is. It's the whole thing is done double crochets, single crochets if you're over in America and that. So it's the whole thing is done in that basically. So if you can do a double crochet, you're laughing. It is the simplest thing. It's not amigurumi. It's not, but you're using the same stitch. Okay then, right, let's go for it. Obviously, I've decorated this how I would like to, but you could decorate it in any way you like. So this is it. So each triangle is folded in a certain way, and then you have your little, you know, your little trunk, and then you have your bucket, which your Christmas tree sits in. So this is the crochet pattern. So I hope everybody's going to like it. So when you actually do, or if, sorry, I will rephrase that. If any of you would like to buy the pattern, it is in, obviously you get your front cover. Now I have actually given the actual front cover a close picture so you can see how one of those, because what it is you break it down to one of those, and there is obviously there's diagrams on the way you've got to fold your things over and so on, and there's abbreviations and everything. There's 4 pages which will basically make you one of these. So I hope that you all like my Christmas tree. As I say, it's all completely done in double crochets, and this will be going into my Etsy shop, Little Workroom Crafts. So I'll put that on the screen the way it's written because it's all one word. In my Etsy shop on Thursday. Fingers crossed if I can actually work out what I've got to do. But I'll let everybody know on social media, on my Instagram page and on my Facebook, Little Workroom Crafts Facebook. I'll let you all know on there. I'm trying to think of where else I could let you know, really. I think that's about it, innit? I think so. Then it'll be as soon as it goes up, I will put on it's gone. It's in the Etsy shop, and then I thought I would put it in the Etsy shop first, and then eventually I will be putting it in Ravelry as well, because I know that some people do like using Ravelry. So, but as I say, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing there. So I'm learning as I'm going. So you have to, just be a little bit more patient with me when it comes to Ravelry. I will put it in the Ravelry. I'm assuming you've got to, I don't know if you have to open a shop there. I know I've got an account. I've had an account for years. So I'll work it out. I'll work it all out. But yes, this is this is my very first, and it won't be my last, my very first crochet pattern, as I say, in its Christmas tree, and I'm excited, but I'm very nervous, very nervous. Okay then, right, now this part I find the hardest part is saying goodbye, because I love doing this so much. I always, sit here and chatter away to all you guys, and then at the end I go bye-bye, see you soon. Yeah, I do find this the hardest part. So anyway, thank you ever so much to everybody that stayed with me until the end of the podcast. Anyway, right, I am going to love you and leave you all, and I'll see you all next Monday. I will be on social media, as I said, on Thursday, telling you all the information about when this goes in my Etsy shop. And so I'd like to say, please stay safe, take care, happy crafting, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Right, okay, hi. I've just quickly popped on at the end of this to say, look what's just arrived in the post. I was talking about this earlier on. Now, I only ordered this on Friday. So this is from the stitchery at Dorset. I love this company. They are fantastic when it comes to all this Laurie Holt and patchwork and quilting and cross stitch. Anything craft related, they have. So I'd love to say thank you so much, Sarah, for getting this to us so quickly. And I think that these are the first company to have this to hit the UK. Hop over and have it, and get your copy. It is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'll show you the back. Look at the cushions and the quilt, and there's a cross stitch in here as well. So well worth getting. So I will see you all soon. So take care, stay safe. Bye.